So this is Radio Cardiff 98.7 FM. I'm with the victorious Mason the Dragon Jones. Mason, what a fight as well. How do you feel after that points win?
Oh, I hate the sound of that points win. I feel fantastic. It's an unbelievable sort of experience to be able to walk out to a crowd like that with a Welsh flag wrapped on your shoulders. And I love fighting here. It was a dominant win, I think, for me, but it's a decision win. I wanted to finish. I pushed for the finish. I thought I finished him multiple times in different things, but there's no point saying thought. At the end of the day, when looking back on this fight, it's going to come up as a decision, and that's all that really matters. But in my mind, I'm better than that. I should have finished. So we'll go back, we'll rebuild, and we'll move on in the next fight. I'll get a win. I'll get the finish line.
I think you're being harsh because dominant on the scorecards. Rounds 2 and 3 completely dominant, on top for most of round 1 as well. Experienced opponent who's been in with some decent fighters. You must be pretty pleased.
Experienced opponent. This is the thing. I've trained for 17 years plus now. I've trained against the most experienced fighters in the world, and I've trained in multiple disciplines against the best in multiple disciplines. Like, I'm used to experienced fighters. I'm better than experienced fighters. I'm a better all-rounder. Like, that doesn't mean anything to me. All it means is I should have finished him. I should have finished him striking. I should have finished him on the ground. I should have finished him. That's all that matters. Full stop. The cuts, they surprised me, to be honest. I didn't even know I was cut until I heard my corner say, "Stop messing around and take him down. Stick to the game plan." So the game plan was to come out to tag his legs, slow him down, maybe make him slip a little bit, see if I can catch him, and then take him down after I tied him out and dominate the wrestling. My ground and pound I really worked on. I didn't use. I stayed on top, pushed the submission game, and didn't finish him. The only time I actually used ground and pound was when I was on his back, and it was poor. This isn't up to UFC standard of I want to be. This isn't up to Cage Warrior standard of where I want to be. So I can be better than this, and I will be better than this. And he's supposed to be one of the best in the division, and I played with him. Do you know what I mean? So find me, like I said in multiple interviews, biggest, toughest opponent you can find. Put him out there in front of the biggest crowd you can get in this stadium, and I'll literally tear him apart, arms, legs, head, wherever you want me to remove.
You landed some great blows in that first round, but we can see your eye, of course. Sorry to point it out. Were you in any trouble at any point in round 1? Did you feel that shot, or?
I didn't even know he cut me. All I knew is I landed on him. I landed the reverse back, reverse sides, sorry. Winded him, pushed in, caught him with a lovely left hook and felt his legs go a little bit and thought, I'll just pile in. And then he just threw some scrappy shots back, but I brawled. My hands were low. I wouldn't clinical finish. I got a bit carried away. I think looking back on that Desmay fight, I dismantled my last opponent and it was clinical. So this time I thought I'll get the finish. So I rocked him stand up and thought, you can finish him here. I pushed on, and then he caught me with 2 short. I don't even know what he caught me with. I think someone said it was a short jab for the one, and I don't know why he caught me with the other one. But I think this say clash of heads, so I feel better. And obviously end up with 2 cuts, but I could have taken him down any time I wanted. I should have finished him any time I wanted. So the next time you'll see a better fighter and you'll see someone who gets finishes. You're
being very self-critical, but I thought your ground game in rounds 2 and 3 was phenomenal.
And 1.
Were you pleased with that?
No, the finishes didn't come. I'm obsessed with this sport. That's the easiest way to say it. And I'm looking world stage at being the number 1 in the world, and I'm looking for people to fear my name to come up against them. And the only way that happens is to be the most self-critical person you can be. I fill myself with so much confidence, and I have so much people pushing me up that it's better to pull yourself down and be critical, because that's what improves. And I know how good I can be, and I know how well I can perform. So it's just about going out there and showing.
Jack Shaw heading to the UFC left a vacancy, if you like, for heading up events just like this tonight. How did it feel to be headlining your first major Cage Warriors bill? How was the atmosphere in that cage?
That atmosphere was insane. Everyone was so loud. They was on their feet. They were singing. They were chanting. I wouldn't have liked to be in an away fighter, and I love walking against hostile environments, but that was an insane Welsh crowd. And like I said, there's still some empty seats. There was still some empty blocks. So I think if we can fill this place out, I think my opponent would have been trembling in the cage and would have been scared before I got in there. And maybe I would have got that finish if everyone had filled this arena. So fill it out next time. Drop me a follow on in Instagram. See my next fight coming up. Come out here, follow. We seem to have a massive turnout from the valleys, but we don't really have that many from the capital, and it's right on people's doorsteps. So drop me a message, watch my training, and if you want to, drop me a message.
And we've got to turn to what's next. Jai Herbert's got a title fight coming up,
Birmingham.
a belt I'm sure you've got your eye on, a night I'm sure you've got your eye on. Is it that title shot that you want next?
Well, me and my girlfriend may go down to watch, but that belt's mine. It doesn't matter when. Whenever they want to give it me, it's mine. Whoever they want to give it me. Habib could drop down and take that strap, and I'd still fight him and beat him. In my eyes, I can beat anyone. So find whoever they want, give it me. If the strap's next, the strap's next. Otherwise, like I said, dig out the biggest monster you can find, whoever they hide in the corners of Cage Warriors no one wants to fight, put him against me, and I'll bounce his head off the canvas.
And what's more important to you right now? Is it headlining these shows in Cardiff on your doorstep, or is it going out to Birmingham or whatever it might be and finding that lightweight belt and then bringing it home?
A home crowd is an amazing atmosphere to have behind you, but I'm here to fight. I'll take multiple busfuls of people up to wherever I gotta go and fight. We'll go anywhere. My friends and my supporters have been crying for an away trip. So if an away trip is next, an away trip is next. But wherever it is, I'm sure I'll be there, ready to throw.
We'll get us a seat on that bus, Mason. When you do the away trip, congratulations, great win. Great to have you headlining as well. Congrats.
Thank you very much.